up? What's up? What's up? I have to go live on all the things, darling. All the things. I wanted to share my thought in real time because that's what I like to do. So here's the deal. So many things I want to say. We just finished the vision class and it was so good, you guys, like so good. And there were several things discussed and I must hurry because I put some food in the oven and I cannot wait to pig out because I'm pigging out today. But I want to tell you guys what came to me and what I wanted and what you should learn and hear and feel into. So,
what's up, family? It's your girl, Michelle, and I just want to make a.
I don't want that to go. Save draft. I was making an Instagram video. So this is completely unofficial. But here's what came to me. Reflection is a powerful tool. Okay? Reflection is a powerful tool. Learning to do so while acknowledging your part, learning the lessons that were gifted to you through the experience, and owning what you actually allowed to happen, then asking better questions in order to quantum leap is even more powerful than just reflection itself. Because let's be clear, we can reflect on a lot of things. Am I burning my food? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not burning my stuff. Sounds like I'm burning. Oh, yep, I'm burning something. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Don't put the box in the oven. Lesson learned. I'm like literally burning. Wow. Hold on, y'all. It's about to be a whole thing. A whole situation. Oh, that was funny. Okay, so I was literally about to burn up my food. Here's the moral of the story. Janisha, I'm gonna need you to cook because this clearly is not my thing. Here's the thing. Reflection is a powerful tool. Learning to do so while acknowledging your part. Learning the lessons that were gifted to you through that experience. Owning what you allowed. So oftentimes, I was teaching in the vision class just a minute ago. Oh, let me give you guys the links in case you want to join and watch the class because it was fire. Fire like Kayad. What's going on, Rainy Woman? Tahira, what's happening? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so fired up because I just got through teaching. It was like an hour of content, and this was only lesson 1 of the vision class. And what was left to me to tell you is that reflection is king. It's very powerful. But what makes it even more powerful and what actually allows us to shift and be better, do better, have more, and to actually live the life that we want to live versus what other people think we should be doing, the ability to shut out what other people are saying so that you can really truly hone what's coming to you in your soul so that you can be all that you can be on this short time while we're here on earth. That stuff, listen, you have to be willing to do more than just reflect. You have to acknowledge the part that you played, whether it was good or bad. It doesn't even matter. Like nothing is good or bad. It just is. So can you acknowledge what you actually like, what is actually happening? And here's what I played in that part. So oftentimes we can point out what other people are doing, other people are saying, what the bad thing is that we don't want, but we don't spend time acknowledging the part that you play because this experience is here and it has a wonderful gift of a lesson. And see, with that lesson, you can begin to own things. What did I allow in my life? What was I thinking? What was the beliefs? What were the thoughts that allowed me to have this experience, that allowed me to accept this? So often we are sitting in the passenger seat of our lives. And at the end of the day, the car gonna keep driving. Life is like an endless drive. Well, it ends at some point. There's a deadline. Yeah, let's just change that. I was trying to be deep. Clearly that didn't work. Life is like when you get in the car and you have a destination, okay? That makes more sense. You're going somewhere. Either you are the driver and you have a say-so in where you're going, or you're the passenger. You sit in the back with everybody else and their kids, and it's just the whole thing, and you're just like a bystander of your life. You don't want to be a bystander. You don't want to be a passenger of your life. You want to be the driver. Hi, guys. Acknowledging and taking responsibility. Yes, and do so with the right spirit. Don't do so with a woe is me. Why did this happen to me? oh my God, I'm so mad at myself. Like, you can't even live in that energy. That energy is going to attract more of that energy, which we don't want more of that energy. Do we, Katya? Do we, Carla? Do we, Shalonda? I don't know. You tell me. That's what my daddy used to tell me all the time. I don't know. You tell me, Michelle. I'll be like, sheesh. And now I'm doing it to you guys. Raining Woman says true. So the key, my darling, the key is very simple. Acknowledge your part to play. Like, I'm really good at that to the point where it makes some people uncomfortable. I may do something, but I will go back and be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I did that. My bad. This is where it came from. I'm very clear on why I did that. I'm not going to beat myself up for it because I did it. I acknowledge what I did, and I'm not sorry, but I apologize. I own and I'm responsible for that. And I just have the ability to shift and to sit in the excuse. So many people say, everybody not like you. That's just what you say to make yourself feel comfortable. And that's my opinion of that. Call it what you want. But if you were sitting with Oprah, she would tell you the same thing. Like, are you going to like leave that as the excuse to why you can't? Like, what was your purpose of even bringing up the fact that everybody's not like me? Of course, no one's like Lakeisha Michelle. There's only one. There's only one you. So here's the thing. Who do you need to become, and who do you desire to shift? What is the habits and traits that you need in order to achieve where you want to go? It's going to require you to be able to shift quickly. I've heard everyone from Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, Oprah, everybody says it. Those are like big people that I admire. I don't know about you, but most people admire those people, whether you have an opinion of their lifestyle or not. At the end of the day, they're really good at achieving things and living life how they want to live it. So since we want to be like that, whatever that is for you, then I would think you would have to adapt something. There's some type of personality trait. There's some type of character that you want to develop within yourself so that you can achieve and be able to really hold on to that next level. Because, oh, by the way, you can get to another level, and because you haven't built that muscle, you go right back down to another level. Like you're stuck in a cycle. That happens to the best of us, me included. Own it, then move on. Don't get stuck there. It's called past because that's what it is. Exactly, Pastor Carla. That's exactly what it is. And so the more we can stop being that person who's like, well, everybody's not like, no one got time for that. Why are you saying that? Like, you have to really figure out where does that even come from? Right? Is it a defense? Are you like shielding so that you don't have to do or be or have, like, where does that come from? Because I'll just speak for myself. If I start saying, well, everybody ain't like so-and-so, everybody is me. Hi, I'm everybody. Does that make sense, you guys? Do you have that friend that does that? Like who is everybody? Like, how do I make a statement like that? I don't know what everybody's capable of. That's not my job. My job is to know what I'm capable of and to push myself to the next limit. So here's the thing. Very simple. Reflection is a powerful tool, and what makes it even more powerful is when we acknowledge the things that we've allowed. It's when we learn the lesson. It's also when we love and forgive ourselves and anybody involved, anything involved. You love and forgive yourself all the time because you are releasing and making space for that next level, and you don't have time to hold on to who you think you're not, who you think you are. None of that. I'm just going to be worried about my vision and my future and moving forward and progression, because change is going to happen whether you want it or not. Things are constantly changing. So many people send me messages saying they're not tech savvy. If you send that to me every year for 3 years, I'm trying to figure out what is the purpose. That's making you be okay with not moving forward. But change is happening. Tech is increasing. Tech is always happening. So instead of me identifying with who I'm not, I'm going to identify with the fact that change is happening, progression is happening. The ability to communicate with my mother with dementia with the camera on FaceTime is technology, and I'm excited about that. And so I need to learn these things and these tools that allow me to do what I value most. If my life is made up of doing things that I don't love, whose fault? And fault is a word that makes you go, ooh, but yeah, but whose part, like whose responsibility? Better word, feels better, doesn't it? Whose responsibility is it to shift and let it be a life that you do what you actually want to be doing? Because so often we're living lives and people are like zombies. And then they look at me and say, I'm some free-spirited special person. I'm not. I just said, oh, I love what Prince Harry and whatever, I don't even got the name stuff right. Meghan, I love what they're doing. Oh, this doesn't like, it's a new day. Like, they get to do that. Like, who just decides how my life's going to be? And that's it. I'm responsible for my life. What is the experience that I desire, and where am I going to go make it happen? And I have to be okay with the people who are pissed off because I shifted their rules. Ouch. I'm sorry, I'm breaking up the tradition. In my family, growing up, you are not about to be listening to rap music, and you're not going to have earrings, and you definitely can't wear weave, and you surely can't wear makeup, and you surely can't have tattoos, or these are my fingernails, but you can't have the things. You can't have bling on the nail. What kind of gaudy Jezebel stuff is that? Breaking tradition. Hey, what's up? Like what? You guys, change is always happening. So you have to check these rules and things that you're living by. You have to reflect and say, wait, does this serve? And here's the thing. All the church people that say, no, that's free thinking. I'm sorry. Let's be clear. You should have a spiritual relationship with God. You should be praying and fasting. Is there a time where you need to cut things off and go do some stuff so you can get your soul right? Of course. Do you need to be always communicating and praying and meditating on the word and using the word and living by faith? Of course. And because everybody has an individual path, what I'm doing may need to not be what you do. And you get that guidance from God because he's speaking to you in a still small voice in your soul. Of course. So, oh, by the way, church people love to use these other things to keep them safe from actually living this life. This life is a gift. This life is meant to be lived. You go into the world. How do you go into the world and be a light? You got to actually have a job. You got to actually be doing some stuff. You got to be setting some goals and achieving some things. You get to experience the world. You don't get to just live in your city, in your home, and follow the rules until you die. I mean, you could, but that's why most people are miserable and using things to escape, and they're freaked out, and all of these secrets are happening, and they're deep, dark, oh my God. They're like choking you to death spiritually because you're not living. So you've been giving a gift, okay? Do something with it. And it requires reflection. If you want to go to the next level, the urge to go to the next level is not from the devil or some evil spirit. Like, judge everything that comes to you. Is this like good? And then the thing is, you submit your plan to God. So plan means you got to have one. Submit some stuff. So submit your ideas, submit your stuff. So for all the people who are stuck in fear because they don't want to get it wrong and go to hell, you're still getting it wrong because you're not being all that God has designed you to be right here while you're on earth, to be the representation of God on earth, to draw the people to God. Drawing the people to God does not mean coming between some church doors. That means when at night, when they're freaked out and they're having anxiety attacks, you've taught in such a way so they can know how to pray to God and literally shut down spiritual stuff. You know how that happens? You got to have some conversation. You got to be at work with the lady who looked like she about to just, take her life tomorrow. You got to be out in the open dealing with humans. Oh, okay. My bad. I need to eat. I ain't ate yet. Maybe that's what that is. I'm just saying, tradition, what you said, girl, it's our responsibility to shift. Exactly. Me too. They are inspiring freedom. Exactly. Tradition says, love it. I'm responsible for me. Yes. Pray then what? Right. Live, honey. Breaking tradition, but staying true to self while respecting God. Preach. Yeah. And the thing about it is that I remember the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. That's a scripture. Like, I think it's in Proverbs, actually. And I love Proverbs. But for so long, I thought it meant for so long, what that translated to me as is fear of going to hell. So the way that I was taught, it was fear of going to hell. And so what happens is you live in such a way, you're going in circles, you're freaked out. You fight, you have this sick battle within yourself of good and bad, which end up going to bad because you feel like you can't be perfect for God. And so now you up here, you calling yourself a sinner, and you just keep inviting more stuff and more stuff piles up, and Satan is laughing because you're confused and unstable because you have literally misunderstood what fear. Fear does not mean cower down, going to hell. Proverbs 9 and 10. There you go. It's like a reverence. Like, you know how you fear, for example, I have mentors. When I'm around my mentors, there is a little bit of fear of getting it wrong, but it's not the wrong kind of fear. It's like the reverence. I am so grateful for who they are. I'm so grateful for who God is. I am so grateful. Oh my gosh, like the presence is so big of this person, of this being. The presence is so big and it's so amazing. And they like, I'm in such awe and reverence that I want to please this person. I want to take what they're giving me and give back something in such a way that they know this is not in vain. Come on, somebody. Somebody needed that breakdown because it took me a long time to figure out that breakdown. And therefore, I wasted time trying to be someone that I'm not. I wasted time with people that literally were going nowhere fast in the name of Jesus. I wasted time. And I'm here to tell you, like old girl says, Miss Waters, reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming it. And I dare you to do the same. And that requires you to have a vision. That requires you to literally say, okay, what's coming to me? And what do I feel that I get to experience on this earth? And don't be scared to write what comes to you, the truth. Don't be scared to write that down, and then just take it to God. God, if it's wrong, listen, I trust and know that you're going to give me the right next step. Real simple. But somehow we got it mixed up. We got to have a whole 20-day, 30-day, while those things have its place. In general, like, God is looking for people who are ready to rock. Are you ready to rock and trust what's coming to you? Get started. You live in this world. No, you're not of it because you have an enlightenment, but you're supposed to be in the world showing what the light looks like. Okay, boo? The end. You can have God in all areas, I believe. Reclaiming my time. Right, Tranisha. That's all. I'm going to eat now. This is what, let me tell y'all about the class. Okay, so clearly this is the energy from the class. I'm teaching you and sharing with you guys the process of doing this and starting this transformation that I'm referencing right now as we speak. I just taught the first half of it. Where is my little thing? Hold on. Let me just like, I don't know why that song came to my brain. Where's my, Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, I can't find my links. So anyway, I'm just going to post this link here. This is the link to the class. It's already there. You can literally just go watch it and start working on your vision. This class is $19. The whole membership is $19 a month. You can cancel anytime. So take the class, enjoy your membership for 30 days. If you don't like it, cancel it. No big deal, but you get access to everything that's in that membership group. Money class. The money class that just released yesterday was really, really, really good. So like if you have been feeling like the way that I grew up and the way the things that I've experienced have me stuck financially, this class literally is so spiritual. I got so many testimonials. People were like, whoa, they didn't even understand how much stuff was keeping them bound and hindering their success financially. And the reason why they didn't start certain things is because it was all spiritual. So it's very good. Oh my God, it's so good. So this membership is full of different classes. The class that I'm referencing right now, as we speak, is about vision. And I'm going to take you through, literally, I was asleep, woke up, and I was like audio voicing everything that like God gave to me. And it brought clarity to things that I'm doing, that I'm up leveling. And it was like, tell everybody, like, this is the way that it goes. I've been talking about it on my live streams. And then in my membership, I'm going deep and giving you the workbook, the questions, and all the details. But at the end of the day, you can take what I'm saying, reverse engineer it, and do the work. Okay, so as long as you're committed to the work, it is what it is, players. It is what it is. Church finger up. I'm late, but I'm here. Now that is funny. Girl, you're going to have to rewind. That was real good and real quick. The enemy loves when we don't move forward because then we're not maximizing our gifts. Yeah, if you're not maximizing or using them. Katia says, so true. Trinisha says, great analogy. That means a lot coming from you, Trinisha. Thank you. Right. So yeah, that's actually that's really good because I'm telling you, I got that wrong for so long and I lived in this unstable fear for so long. And I don't know about you guys, but I think I got time to be living like that. I'm reclaiming my time. I love and it's just reflection. Reflect on what you've been doing and what is it actually serving and what do you actually want to do? What lights you up? What lights you up? And you don't hear that voice of whatever that voice is. You can't do that. So-and-so said, like, what? Bump that. Clearly, if what you want to do is not causing confusion and evil in the world, and if it's empowering people, like what? Just take the plan to God and keep pushing. And if something happens, you trust them that you always get the next best step. And that's when you literally are walking with God. Like it's just a whole different way. It's a whole different way of living. Good afternoon. I am everybody. I like that. I believe in being gracious towards ourselves. If you're not living a life that you love, it's by your choice. It really is. Like, I know stuff happens to us and I know that we want to go, well, you don't know what happened. So-and-so did this to me. So-and-so took this from me. I was born into this type of thing. I get it. That is a thing, right? But now that I'm aware of this is the reality, what am I now choosing to create? It doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. Most people stop because it's like, well, that feels like it's fake because it's not happening now. No, but it's not going to happen. The time's going to pass whether you plan it or not. So I'm inviting you to plan your life. Okay. Responsibility is the ability to choose our responses in any circumstance. I love that. Stephen Covey. Yes. Ooh, thanks for sharing that powerful quote to Hira. Yeah. Isn't that good? Yeah. Your energy is everywhere right now. I know everything right now. I just got to teach in the vision class, so I'm a little fired up in preachy mode. Little fired up just a little bit, but I dare you guys to go and grab the class. It's $19, you guys. And some people keep saying, well, I don't want to join a membership. Get the class for $19. Give yourself 30 days to take the class. Give yourself 28 days. Counsel, like what? I don't even know why I'm explaining that. Never mind, because that's just not even the right mentality to have. And I can't even be addressing that like that. It's $19. If you feel called to it. And if you don't, no big deal, because my free stuff is just as good as my paid stuff. My paid stuff is better. Keep it real, girl. Yes, submit your plan. Still scripture, acknowledge God in all your ways. Exactly. Like literally submit the plan, acknowledge God in all your steps. So then you don't have to freak out about the other part. Exactly, Tranisha. Breaking tradition, but saying true. Right. And so like, I think a lot of people, I've had several church people get mad at me all the time because they be like, they be saying all this stuff. And I'm like, that's because, and I get it. You've rehearsed this plan that somebody gave to you with some missing steps. I'm here with some missing steps, okay? And I don't believe that I can't be corrected. So I listen to what you say and I just talk to God. Like God shut me up at the time where it's confused. I do not want to be confusing folks and all that kind of stuff. So like I'm very much into there is a responsibility when you're talking. And so that's why I be honest. I be like, look, this is what I got messed up. This is what I heard. This is what I like. And at the end of the day, you need to have your own spiritual relationship because people get it wrong. Even me. So you have to talk to God for yourself because you have to have that relationship ongoing forever and ever and ever. Amen. That is the message. The link to join the membership club is right there. And we're going deep into this in a tactical manner. In the next week, you will have your where you are, where you want to go, how you going to get there, right? And you will have your vision book or vision board done in the next week. So if you have not sat down and done that for any reason, then thanks, girl. Oh, this is just a girlfriend. We call these girlfriends. Girlfriends are wigs. This is my girlfriend. I ain't named her yet. Hey, girl. She comes in handy, honey. She's coming through. So that's the moral of the story. Anyway, the class link is below. You guys, I'm excited about the Good Tea VIP membership from the concerts that'll happen in there this year. And they're going to be concert workshops because I just love both. And we're going to do both. And to all the mini classes that are there and that will continue to be added there. I'm just super, super excited. And it's so affordable. And it's something that I want everybody to be able to have access to. And I just have this vision of like how we grew up. We had lessons every week. We had Sunday lessons every week. It was on Wednesday. My mom would be like, time to do some Bible study. That's really what it's called. But that is why my characters, the core of who I am, like, is just, I just can't do certain things because it's ingrained, right? And it's just really powerful when it comes to walking out this everyday life, knowing how to overcome things and, being your best self. And so that's what Good Tea membership is all about. Those who are ready to design their lives and actually live it out now are the ones who do. Those are the people we look up to in the world. And we are deciding that we are those people and we're actually designing our life. The end. So I'm going to go have lunch. The link is there if you want to join the membership. It's $19. You can cancel anytime like Netflix. Just hop in, watch what you want to watch, hop out when you feel like it. I just released the day one video. Tomorrow in our private class, there's going to be the next steps. So by the end of 7 days, everybody will literally have the different categories of their life mapped out, where they are, what they desire to up level, tools and tactics and techniques. So that if this is not just a hype class, you are literally making tangible goals and taking action now. And in 90 days, your life will be different. The results will keep you motivated because you'll see that you truly design life that you want, because that's the key. A life that you want versus somebody else's life and somebody else's goals. Oh, it's going to be so good. So day one has been released. The workbook is coming. I already see it. It came to me as I was teaching. I was like, oh gosh, another workbook. But it came to me, so I must create it. And so here we are. I love you all. If you just watched, if you just joined, rewind. This is a good 24 minutes of clarity, baby. I love you. Mwah. Peace out. Get the links in the comments to join the club. YouTube, I love you. Hey, from the UK, Dee Dee. I love it. If you're watching the replay YouTube, the link will be in the description box.